Amir Salome Peshari is here with another episode of Dark Theory USA. I'm going to talk about everything that has happened since last week, the last episode that I had, not Dark Theory, not Late Night Show, but Dark Theory on Wednesday. The thing is, there are a couple of points that I have to make before I get to the conclusion. But before everything, I have to explain to you what exactly happened. So America was saying, oh, we are so close to make a deal. Even that was a rumor. It is just only a couple of sentences. They have disagreement, like they are down to the very minute detail. They have the disagreement with each other, and then after that everything is okay. Iran was awfully quiet, so we didn't know that if it is one of those market manipulation from Trump to just ease the market, but it was kind of weird because he did that on Friday. Normally on Monday when the market starts, he starts like 6 a.m. says something about like everything is going well, everything gonna be finished, and then Friday the market is getting closes, he goes to threaten like it's gonna be super intense. But this time he was intense during week. So on Monday he was talking about, and then after that, while we were expecting to see one of them says, okay, we had the initial agreement, so the 30 days pause, 60 days pause, a little different than the ceasefire that they have right now, until in that 60 days they would finalize. But they needed to have their common ground, common issue, to know that about which topic they're going to talk about that and which topics are the red line for each other. And then while we were waiting for that, we hear that United States attacked basically I think Khark Island, and after 4 soldiers of Iran were killed, and they were saying, well, with the boats they were trying to put mines in the sea and we were doing self-defense. You know, like now the words have lost their meaning, like self-defense, preemptive war. I start attacking you, but because I knew that if I attack you would retaliate, so I attack first. But yeah, if you didn't attack, there would be no retaliate that you to make you do the preemptive war. Anyway, but the time that we were waiting for them so they announced that that was a deal, Israel went crazy and they started to bombing Gaza again and Lebanon, and even Ben Gavir was saying, Secretary of Defense if I'm not mistaken, he's in the coalition with the Netanyahu. He said if it is something that we don't like, we just don't let it happen. So literally they were saying like we have to give the thumbs up in order for United States to make a deal with Iran. If it is not good for us, we won't let it happen. So they were bragging about that. They are not even hiding. Maybe a few years ago was conspiracy theory. Right now they are saying it out loud. But then after that, that was a shooting in the White House, outside of the White House, and the suspect got killed. And the suspect actually, he was mentally unstable, and in one of the, I don't know, gag order or something, it was like he couldn't get close to White House. Specifically, it was written, it was brought that, hey, you cannot get close to the White House. And he went there to shoot. Like every time that we know that somebody gonna sabotage that, there's a shooting in White House. Like it is, we are getting like fatigue, like we are getting tired. It's so tiresome to just hear another shooting on the White House. So another reason why we need to have the ballroom, or why we need to continue the war. It's just like everybody's done with that. So we knew that most likely it was somebody was behind that. It wasn't just organic. And however, still United States kept ceasefire under control and said, no, it's still we are in the ceasefire. We just did the self-defense, and we were expecting, Iran said I will retaliate, but actually they didn't. So everybody was surprised. But Iran didn't attack back, and then we got to the point right now. They got very close to the deal. So Iran said we had 10 points planned, now we made it 14, and then you have to accept to have the concession about that, and then we could move forward. And I guess time is against more United States than Iran, because United States day by day, it's better to say hours by hours, is accepting more of those conditions from Iran that they already said they would never accept that. Like one of them, for example, is they said we would never allow Iran to bring down the enrichment percentage. Like it is 60%, Iran says, okay, I will bring it down to 3.67, 75 or whatever, below 4%. and but it should happen inside Iran. And America was saying, no, you have to give all 400 kilograms, 60% enriched uranium to me or to Russia or somewhere else. It shouldn't be in Iran. Right now, they said that's okay. Or it used to be like, no, we're gonna bring the Strait of Hormuz back, like Project Freedom and stuff. Now it's saying, okay, fine, just as long as you don't charge them toll, you can be the good guy to say, okay, you go, you don't go. Like if you want, it's just like a kids that are playing like a tea party. Okay, you're gonna play game. No, you don't want to make money about that. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna be a good guy to say, okay, some people they go when the stoplight is not working, they act like a police. Okay, you go, you stop, as if like they are the leader. But said no, the purpose is to get a toll, but if you don't like the word toll, okay, we change it to the environmental tax. Even they were making joke about that. They said probably your liberals gonna like it. Iran initially United States was against that, but apparently they accepted that Iran moved forward. But then they realized that every time they let Trump to announce any news, he announced it the way that everything gets destroyed and nothing goes well. He's so narcissistic. He keeps lying about that to just brag about something that never happened. So Iran has to come out and then says, no, that's a flat out lie. It never happened, and correct Trump. But this time Iran said, why should we wait until Trump lies and then we debunk his lies or we reject that? This time we're gonna be the one who is announcing first. So Iran actually national television said that we got an official script of those 14 plans that on what United States has agreement with us, so we can move forward. And then the stuff that they say made all the warmongers, pro-Israelis go crazy. Say, what is this? Is it true? And then Trump immediately said, oh, whatever Islamic Republic says, don't listen to them. They're just saying for themselves. But actually, jokes on Trump, because it was exactly opposite. It was so bad that United States government realized that it is not going in the direction that they want. So they started to say to Iranians, hey, let Trump lie. He's doing it for his own base, for his own campaign. We know that under agreement, we are not going to do that, but we have to say those stuff so people don't go crazy. But Iran said, no, we let you have your lies, and we ended up having 2 wars together. Because if you remember, Trump was saying, oh, I destroyed the uranium. There is nothing like a B-2 bomber, Project Midnight Hammer. He said, I destroyed that, so there is nothing left. And Iranian, they said, well, if it is what he has to sell to his people, so people be okay with not going to war, okay, let him have it. But then it caused him to say, oh, whatever I do, Iran just going to sit back and just watch. So I do another shitty thing and then again lie about that, and let's see what Iran does. Again, Iran restrained itself and for the second time let Trump have it. But then they realized that no matter how many times they let Trump to get out of the quagmire or the situation that he's stuck on, he gonna find a way to even dig deeper. For that reason, they said, no, you know what? No, this time you lie, we're going to expose you. 2 times we didn't expose your lie because we thought that you had to say that thing to let your base, your people, pro-Israeli warmongers be happy and then move on. But actually, not only you didn't move on, you doubled down on that. So for that reason, now from now on, everything that you say, we're going to point it out. That's why this time, for the first time, Iran was the first one, the side that came out first and didn't let Marco Rubio and Trump lie about that. That's why Trump was furious and said, what are you talking about? No, don't listen, don't pay attention. And people were saying, like, Iran has been more consistent than you. You have been saying so many stuff that happened to be not true. And you were just saying it for manipulation in the market. But actually, Iran, many things that they say happen to be true. So if you guys all are saying to just sell it to your own base, Iran is selling to their hardliners. Those people are in the street. Protesting against the war and for the regime, and also Trump is doing it for MAGA base. But they say, so you do that, so they do that as well, so that's a fair game. But here's the catch. Somebody asked him, I forgot it was an MSNBC, something, one other news media, one journalist. She said, actually, I think that was a she. She said, like, what are you going to do with Oman? Okay, here's the catch. Listen, Trump is dumber than you think. I used to think he had the, I don't know, like 5D chess plan and stuff. Like, he's none of them. He's just as dumb as it takes. For example, he was mad at Oman, but he forgot Oman because he couldn't even remember those names. So he wasn't even mentioning Oman at all. But apparently he was so pissed. So when journalists randomly brought up the Oman, hey, about the getting tolls, Iran said that they have had a couple of meetings with Oman, and Oman is inclined to do that with them. Trump immediately couldn't even control himself and spoke his mind, said, yeah, either they're gonna behave or we're gonna blow them up. Bro, after everything that those Arab countries, first of all, they were getting bombed because of us. We started the war. So they are getting bombed for us. And now he said, oh, all the Arab countries owe it to us. So they have to join the Abraham Accord. No, everything is messed up because of you. You are trying to fix the mess that you caused. You cannot get credit for that anymore. But he was trying to say, hey, I caused a mess and now I'm trying to fix it, so now you owe me. Yeah, if you didn't do that stupid thing and start a war against your own base, against everybody other than pro-Israeli and warmongers, then we wouldn't need to even be worried about those stuff. But, however, Oman apparently realized that you cannot trust America, and then they saw a couple of signs. This is my take. I don't have any way to confirm. But apparently one of those 14 plans was United States leave some of the bases. And if you remember in 2016, Trump said my plan is to bring back the troops. So already was part of the agenda to take the troops back, to end their presence, to have the limited presence in the Middle East. So if he leaves, he said, well, this is what I promised from my first term, right? So it's something that he wanted to do. Plus, a couple of the bases, they are not functional anymore. The way that they got hammered in that war, and in this war, actually they are still going on because it's just a pause, it's a ceasefire, a war is not ended. They are not usable anymore. They have to spend billions of dollars to repair that. They are saying like it's not worth it anymore. We have to leave. So that was something that probably Trump would do that anyway by himself. So now if it is the point that I have to give it to you, something that I would do, okay, you can have it. So then I bargain about some other stuff. I say, oh, I gave you this, so you give me something else. Something that I would give to you automatically. But if you're asking for that, okay, I give it with the price. And this happened. And so America is saying like there's no reason to have that presence that much over there, and so they accept it. I think Oman right now is seeing, because from the beginning of the war, Iran was saying to Oman, hey, let's have a toll, let's get a toll, and then we share the money half, 50-50. Oman said, no, I don't want to do that. Iran said, okay, I will do it by myself, I get all the 100%. But right now in the situation, Oman is saying Iran, America is not looking reliable, and probably they're going to leave. Apparently one of the one way to show the guarantee, to show that they have a good intention, they really mean the business, was send a couple of their planes and jets, those cargo planes, back to Europe from Israel, and if the war continues, again bring it back. So Oman is saying America is leaving and didn't do anything for them, and now even expecting, if you want me to end the war that I just started without noticing any of you, without any explanation why I just did that because I felt like it. You got surprised as much as our enemy got surprised. If you want me to end and fix my own mess, you have to join Abraham Accord. And they say, no, why should we do that? You caused the problem, and now we have to give you point. I think for that reason, Oman is not taking America seriously, and then it's getting closer to Iran. And yesterday I read the news. One of the Omanese member officials said that we're gonna even expand our business and trade with Iran. So for that reason, like Oman's gonna get closer, and Trump is very upset about that because he wants to bring the Strait of Hormuz situation to the pre-war. But now not only Iran is not giving up, now Iran got the body. Now Trump has to convince two countries. Before that, that was only Iran. Hey, stop getting tolls. Let's put it back to the pre-war. We promise it's not gonna happen anymore. But now he has to. Trump has to convince two countries, Iran and now Oman, because Oman is interested, and that is like a domino effect. If Oman says screw you too, and Qatar says screw you, and we saw that Saudi Arabia a couple of 2 weeks ago, when on the Tuesday 2 weeks ago, when Trump wanted to attack Iran. Saudi Arabia says, I'm not going to allow you to use my airspace because you come and bomb, and then you leave, they bomb all of my facilities, and then you're going to just go defend Israel, so then I'm screwed. No, I'm not going to let you. If you were completely defending me, say, hey, just let me use your airspace, After that, don't worry, I'm gonna use anti-missile system. None of them gonna hit any Aramco or anywhere. But it says no, you're gonna attack. I'm gonna get the damage from the retaliation. So for that reason, Saudi Arabia said no. Now Trump is feeling like he's cornered. Now all those Arab countries, as he said famously one time, all of them kiss my ass. All those kiss asses, those Arab countries, now they are saying F you. I guess Iran gonna stay here forever because it is what they have in Persia has been there. You're gonna leave eventually, and then even if you are here, you're here only to defend Israel. What about us? Our situation is messed up. So maybe we're gonna see if we can find a peaceful solution with Iran without joining Abraham Accord. And now he was so pissed and said, I will blow up Oman. This is something like, again, we are talking about the Oman. It's not about Iraq or Syria or something to say, oh, they had a bad history with each other. They are most peaceful Arab country in the Middle East, let's say. And they said blow them up because apparently he was upset about like Omanis, they are not listening. Because they said, how many times should I listen to you and you screw up? You know, like for example, Trump could say in the first 2 weeks, hey guys, don't ask questions, just play with me, work with me, whatever I do, just support me. I'm gonna fix that mess. I know how to do that. And then people would give him benefit of doubt, say let him cook. But after 1 month, we are seeing he doesn't have any plan. He doesn't have even freedom to get out of the war. The moment he wants to do that, there is another shooting in the White House. Bro, it is too obvious. Come on, 1 hour after that. And then as you are getting close to have the deal with them, you have to go bombing them. I don't know what they have on Trump. Listen, I have a message for Trump. Mr. President, you already manipulated the market. You already doubled your wealth. And then you already gave contract to your sons. It's time to say just goodbye. Just use, there were a couple of bruises behind his ears or back of his hand. You have a couple of reasons to say, hey, I'm sick, I cannot continue, and I'm gonna leave. And JD Vance come, and then we will figure out something. You don't need to be worried about that. Just go into Palm Beach and play your golf. If you're gonna mess up with everything, just leave. Like you are messing the market for your own pocket. You are doing corruption for your. What is the qualification for the Jared Kushner? Like, why did he get $2 billion from Saudi? Just to get closer to you. Like, is it meritocracy, American value that we were talking about, that we voted you for? You did none of them. Just leave. Because the direction that you are taking the country, we cannot even fix the mess. You know, sometimes like Obama, Biden, Bush, they make a mess and they see, okay, how can we get out of it? Right now, even we show how to get out of it. You just double down on your stupidity. So if they have something on you that it's going to destroy, ruin your reputation, everything, that's fine. Just leave, so you don't need to be worried about that. But if there is nothing against you, like you did something with the kids and stuff, that then you are just a slave that you're listening. If you were blackmailed, just leave. You cannot stay here and destroy the country and say, guys, I have to listen to them because they blackmailed me. So, I mean, the best case, first of all, you have to be persecuted. You have to go to the court for what you did. Nobody is above the law. But let's say you're afraid of getting exposed, just leave. Why are you taking country down with yourself? Everything that you are doing right now is against interest of United States. Like, this is not the way that the president talks about Oman. We are talking about the Oman. We're not talking about, I don't know, like Syria or Iraq, that was a bad history between them before. Oman. Your behavior will blow you up. And all other Arab countries, they say, we in the best day of our relationship with United States, we couldn't be as good and close and with a healthy relationship as Oman does with United States. And this is the result. One time they say, no, he threatened to blow them up. He didn't even say, oh, I put sanction on you, I will abandon you, I will do this or that. Nothing blow up. Like, I treat you as enemy. You can be my best friend still today. One time you say, no, you're going to be my best friend. Probably he did that so Mohammed bin Salman would understand that, oh, he shouldn't mess with him, because Mohammed bin Salman didn't allow him to use his airspace when he wanted to resume the war, but he didn't. And if I'm not mistaken, Qatar also didn't let him to use his airspace. So it was like, hey, listen, right now I'm friend with you, I can blow you up, like, you know. Now all the countries are saying, oh, he's just a madman, he attacks anybody, there's no loyalty. No matter how many billions of dollars we spend on their NASDAQ, on their market, how much we invest on their AI, or we give to Jared Kushner, But if we just say, hey, we have to focus on our interests and what you are doing with Iran is going to damage us, you say, I'm going to blow you up. That was crazy. Like, I have never seen Trump talks like that. Like, did you see, like, he was like a rat, a coward, a loser? He was almost kissing Xi's feet. Oh, I love you. Oh, thank you. You are great. Oh, Xi in front of his face says America is declining. No, yeah, I agree. But you mean the Biden, right? Because we are so good, right? All this tough, playing tough. He just played tough with his friends. Just look how Mark Levin treated him, how Lindsey Graham has attacked Trump the moment he realized that they are getting close to the deal. How he is nice to those people who are mean to him and they were never Trumper till 5 minutes ago, and how mean he has been to the candidates, to the Tucker, those people who campaign, and Marjorie Taylor Greene that spent millions of dollars from her own pocket to support Trump. So Trump actually is a weak man. You know, like those people, drug addicts, they get hit and beaten by everybody in the street, and they come home and they revenge on their wife and children, and they hit their own families. This is Trump. He's getting hit by everybody, like a coward, like a drug addict. He comes back and hit his own base, his own family. And now Oman is saying, like, after all this nice talk that we had with Trump, this is how he's talking to us. Blow us up. Not, oh, I'm disappointed in that. You know, like how he talked with Europe. Oh, you didn't help us when we needed you. We will remember. We're going to leave the NATO. We don't need your help, but we will remember. We don't forget. We don't forgive. Those stuff. This was just a straight as we go to war with you, as if like Oman was the enemy. Anyway, so I think that language is going to be a wake-up call to so many countries, and America going to be even more isolated than before, because they say, well, China is not going to threaten us to kill us or bomb us the moment that we disagree with them. So maybe we're going to go with China. So lose after lose. I mean, Trump, just leave. Just leave. You manipulated the market. Many people lost their money. Many people couldn't afford, like you say, oh, don't touch the your stock or your portfolio until it goes back up. So eventually with the inflation it goes back up, we know, but it's about when. If somebody, all of their basically baskets, all of their options was based on your promises, and you backed out from the tariffs and everything went to reverse mode, you keep manipulating the market, so they lost their money. So even if right now Nasdaq is high, it doesn't do any good to them. And then also you manipulated market. Even I remember when he did the thing, the Freedom Day, Liberty Day, about the tariff day, and after 1 week he backed out, and 12% the Nasdaq went back up. I saw the video, somebody was recording. He was bragging about his friends. One of them made $900 million, one of them made $1.2 billion or something. Like, he's bragging about this insider trading. And then what was the qualification for his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to be a special envoy, and also for his other son, Eric Trump, if I'm not mistaken, to get the basically contract with the government about the drones. He doesn't know anything. One day he talks about Bitcoin. Just look at every time he was signaling about the Bitcoin, he said it's going to go up, it went back down. He said it's going to go down, it went back up. Now, he's exact opposite. If you're going to win, you have to listen to Eric, but do the opposite. And all of a sudden now he's the expert in the drone. So all this corruption, and now America is going to war. We lost 14 of our soldiers. We lost the Strait of Hormuz, and now we are paying heavy price for that. And then we are more than isolated more than ever, and nobody is taking us seriously after how Iran screamed the emperor is naked, basically, to say, hey, you see all of those Patriot missiles, they are not going to help them. We can defeat them with the $10,000 drones, Shahed drones. For those reasons, I think what's going to happen is Trump is mad that right now Arab countries are saying, hey, we gave you 1 month and you just kept screwing up. I guess we're going to get involved. Because before that, they were just quiet. We let you figure it out, Trump. But now they realize that, first of all, Trump doesn't have any plan. And even if he did, Benjamin Netanyahu doesn't allow that. And they say, okay, so maybe this is our home and we're going to make some decision. So you are not going to, from other side of the world, just threaten us and then humiliate us, say we are your kiss asser, and then after that force us to do stuff against our interests. So for that reason, I think basically what's going to happen is he's going to have some type of fights with Arab countries now, and United States getting more isolated than ever, and now Iran is using Trump's tricks against himself. Always Trump was the first one announce something, and he put so many lies in it for his propaganda and for his own base, and Iran had to come out and then with the Lego videos and stuff explain, no, it is lie, this is not how it went, blah blah blah. This time Iran said, you know what, I'm going to be the first person who announced that, and he announced that, and now America says, oh, don't listen to Iran. Well, we should have listened to you. Why it turned out you lied most of the time? Why not listen to them? They have been more consistent than you are. So, and they are using exactly the same tactic as Trump, and Trump is not having it. But I believe, as I said, Trump time is more against America than Iran, because when you see day by day or even hour by hour, Trump is giving up more points and more scores for Iran. Is agreeing to some stuff that they were redlined, like enriched uranium 60% has to leave the country no matter what. Now they're saying, okay, if you promise you will bring down the enrichment level to under 4%, so we trust you. So there are a couple of signs it's showing, because they said that our oil reserve is gonna be depleted by 15. They said June or July. 15 July or 15 June, and by that time the gas price, oil price is not gonna go $1 up. Exponentially, it's gonna go up, and Trump knows that. And Trump tries to finish that before the World Cup, but now he has a couple of so many problems. He has to answer to his donors, to Netanyahu, to his base, and he already lost. And he already said that today in the cabinet meeting that I don't care about the midterm. Like, I think he is at the point that he cannot care less anymore. He knows that he has lost. Probably he knows that he's gonna go to jail. He's over. Like, at some point he found out, bro, I'm done. So why should I even care if no matter what I do from now on, it's not going to change the result in 2 years? So he knows something about the future that none of us know, and that is scaring me, because what type of bad thing gonna happen? What type of effed up thing gonna happen that you being impeached is irrelevant? So something very bad gonna happen that you being impeached or being thrown into prison is not making so much difference. So the situation going to be super bad in that. So probably he knows something that we don't know. What's going to happen in 2 years? He said nobody cares what's going to happen. Whatever I do right now in 2 years is going to be irrelevant. So that's why. So I don't know. We have to see. But as they said, we are getting closer to the deal. They start bombing. So either it's going to end or we are going back. But the chance that it's the latter is higher, because Israel is showing no sign of accepting its faith. Like, it's getting even more aggressive. So, and you saw that 1 hour after Trump said that, oh, we are about to announce the deal, that was shooting in the White House for 367th time. It's turned into a joke, a bad joke. But yeah, let's see what happens. As always, as above, so below.